lass mich heute Abend blicken. Ich komm gut geschmückt in den Laden geritten. Alle tanzen, die Damen sind echt entzückend. Ganzes Backblech voller Sahne.
Hello, Carrie here, nosy housefrau, doing so much better than I was. Thank you everyone for your concerned DMs and those of you kicking me in the arse to get a vlog done. Well, this sure helped. Here's the mothership has landed. My alien palette has arrived, and we're going to unbox it together. Oh my god. It's like Christmas come early. I'm so excited about this palette. I've never been so excited about a palette and the colors and everything. And look at that. Ta-da! Oh my gosh. It has that, first of all, this is a really cool box with the little stars in it and everything. I like that's really pretty. But I love this. Distributed by Jeffree Star Cosmetics in Calabasas. And there's Instagram and YouTube. Very clever that they put those on the back. But this is that same kind of material that I like, the faux leather that Blood Sugar has. And I really like that because, as you know, I have haptodysphoria and I do not like the velvet of modern Renaissance. Still like palette, but I just can't touch the outside. And this is a really nice texture. And look at the mirrors. Oh my gosh. It's really cool. It's really cool. This is like a clear plastic on there that looks like a little mirror background. And then we open it up. Oh my god. When I first saw this palette, I was very fixated on these colors down here. Very fixated on these in particular. This one is called Probe. Wait, Probe. That makes a lot more sense. Probe. It had some makeup on it. I was obsessed with this color, but now that I see them in person, I'm very excited about all of these colors. This green, by the way, this like neoprene or chartreuse kind of color, that has become my favorite color, and there's a story behind it. But growing up, I was obsessed with purple, and then later in life, I saw a movie that had a color palette of spring in it, and I became obsessed with this chartreuse green. I don't really have the guts to decorate with it. I don't know if I'd like a room that maybe with accents of this color would be nice, but it's a color I really like. I don't know that it would flatter me, but I'm very excited about tall gray, black hole. I'm like looking forward to creating a smoky glow. There's definitely different looks you can make with this palette, and I'm going to swatch it for you, and then I'm going to do some looks, and I cannot wait. So you're seeing me play with this for the first time, and as always, there could be a learning curve, but I'm going to make you part of the whole process. Wow, Interstellar is a cool color too. So without further ado, let's go ahead and swatch these colors. And I'm sure Jeffree Star did, but I'm still going to do it too. And I'll show you something. Because I'm swatching this side of my arm, I actually put some of the primer on, excuse me, some of the concealer on. Primer and then concealer, exactly what I use on my face. And when I go to Sephora, I use this side of my arm, of course, because this is the most like the color of my face. And I will, on occasion, I'll put a little of my makeup on first, and before I play with any colors in Ulta or Sephora, typically Sephora. And so this time, I'm going to do this side for you, and I hope you can see these. Well, we're going to start with Black Hole. There it is on my finger. I just did a light rubbing of Black Hole. This one is definitely going to be great for creating a smoky glow. One swatch there, no trickery. There's so many colors here, I'll have to stop and do another one. Tall gray, I just think tall gray, Black Hole, and Probe, just those three colors alone, I would buy this for. Moon Rock looks really cool too, and UFO, oh, Interstellar. Space Cowboy is an interesting color because it kind of looks like a brown, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So now I'm going to do Tall Gray. Feels really, it's got that same smooth creaminess that you get from Blood Sugar, which I really appreciate. Look, I can't even do the one swatch. Wah, wah. It's kind of bad. I'm not using the right part. How about I put this down and do this? I can't help it. Yeah, I'm a work in progress. People have patience with me. Okay. Let's do another run over that so you can see that better. And that's a nice color. It looks more gray. There's almost like a blue hue to it, which I really like. Ghost OG is this color right here. Ghost OG. That last one was tall gray. Oh, I missed probe. Oh, Mr. Probe. That word is just fun. Okay, so here we go. This is not me being mean. I'm just using my driving finger. There we go. I have to get holiday nails. You guys can come with me. I deserve holiday nails. And I'm going a little midlife crisis-y. I'm going to have this one be glittery. It's going to be red nails, and then this one's going to be glitter. That's right. I'm going to be letting my tacky flag fly. Okay, that was Ghost OG. Got one finger left for Area 51. And if you see that, that is a Roxana Dana color. It is purple. Looks kind of bluish maybe, but it is very purple. Now that I'm looking at it on the screen, there's almost, you know, now you can see it there. It's like, look at the embossments too. They're not afraid that when you have a creamy enough eyeshadow, you can put your logo in it. That's a good sign right there, isn't it? And I know a lot of people are going, Hausfrau, how did you get that palette so quickly? That's Area 51, by the way. I don't know. How did I? How did I? Maybe I was fast like I was with blood sugar. I got that when it sold out in 3 minutes. I was one of the ones who got it. I gave that one away. Then I gave away another blood sugar. And then I bought one for me finally. And this one I'm doing me first. Me first! Oh my gosh, that phone home color I love too. These are all really nice. The possibilities here are endless. This color here, I don't see myself wearing unless it's St. Patrick's Day, but it sure is fun. And it might look good with that kind of chartreuse color. I don't know. The thing is to not shy away from all of the wild colors because you never know what kind of a look you're going to get, and you should play with it. And pardon me while I lather, rinse, repeat, clean off my fingers. I should have left my makeup wipes here. Be right back. Okay, so where was I? Some of you might have been saying, how did you get the palette so fast? Some people might think, I don't know, Jeffree Star was just in Michigan. Maybe I drove up from Toledo to pick up my check in person and got a palette. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm just a lucky OAB. I should probably try some of these with another applicator so you can see them with a brush versus the plain applicator, the swatch itself. Like this is, okay, this is clean on this side. I just want to see what black hole looks like. Did I miss probe again? All right, we'll do probe. I'm going to do probe right here with an applicator. Oh, I like that. Still going to use my finger though. To do probe. Use my finger to probe. Stop it. Okay, that was messy. What did I get on there? Did I touch something else? Okay, sorry. This has not been my best show. Do over, do over. I don't know if I did that right. I don't know if probe changes when you touch it. Well, let's redo probe. I'm so sorry, folks, but we have to probe again. It's just, it's important. Grow up. Carrie. Okay, this is why the nuns didn't like me. It's one of the reasons anyway. Blow that off. And back to the finger probe. Probe. Yeah, I was just kidding about driving up. Jeffree sends those checks in the mail, I'm sure. Oh yeah, that is the color. It just looks a little different on camera. It almost looks like there's a brown hue around it. I'm interested to see what that looks like on the eye because you can see it looks like a deep blue greenish, like a really deep teal. That's what it looks like, and I see green hues, and I just want to see it on this side of my arm. Yeah, once I put it on, once I swatch that color, it seems iridescent, like it has a brown in it. That's not a mistake of the camera. That's actually the color appearance, and that's going to be interesting to see. I'm going to use that color on the first look that I do. So now we've gotten Black Hole, Tall Gray, Probe, Ghost OG, Area 51. I do have a little medicine head, but I promise you I'm recovering, just in my normal senility. And now Space Cowboy. I want to be a cowboy. Okay. Put a little on the finger and swatch. My swatches are getting very out of line, and this is not good for my OCD. That color is highly pigmented and beautiful. Right next to it is Probe, and that one is Space Cowboy. It reminds me of a couple of the colors in the Blood Sugar palette, and this is an interesting thing about Jeffree Star Cosmetics. The color you see in the palette, does something magical happens to that color between the palette and your face. And I like that about his products. He puts thought into them. Flying Saucer, probably the one I am the least overwhelmed with. It's just Flying Saucer. It is a basic spring green color. Definitely something you would wear in the spring or on St. Patrick's Day. You know, not bad colors for St. Patrick's Day. You do a shamrock on your face. Let's go. Let's stay in order. Yep, just a basic green. Not bad. Definitely not going to hit the pan on Flying Saucer sooner than the other ones. But I love the color next to it. And you know, some of these colors can probably be used together to make interesting colors. Like if you put Moonrock over that. I don't know. Flying Saucer with UFO would probably look good. I'll clean off my fingers and dry them off. I have a drying towel next to that. So convenient. I'm getting better at this. This one I love. It's called Phone Home. And it's just like it looks like a dusty rose. It's a standard dusty rose, but creamy and beautiful looking, and something you could probably put with Titan, Pluto, Interstellar, any other color on here, X-Files. You could shine it up with Moonrock, or you could use it with the smoky color. I think a good color match is coming to me now as I see it. Sometimes it's fun to just put them on your eyes and see what look you come up with. If you want, I stay with sometimes a standard 4, and then sometimes I put other colors over other colors. There it is. A stunning dusty rose color. I really love that. I'm going to definitely mix that with these other colors for my first look. That's going to be the splash of color. And then we have Moonrock. Not on my driving finger, on my ring finger. That's pretty exciting. It's like a green gold, like a greenish, but very light. I love what I call debatable colors, where you're not quite sure what you're seeing. Let me move this palette out of the way so you can see his colors a little better. That's the Moonrock. Moonrock. What's my hand doing? Okay, there we go. You can see all those colors together are pretty cool. I wonder how much time he spends on these. And then the next one that will fit on my arm is a pinky for the X-Files. The answers are out there. A moment to pause and think of David Duchovny. Okay, back to the X-Files. That's a brown, a daring brown. Looks like that would go more with Probe, if you know what I mean. Okay, we'll do one more up here. It's going to fit on there. Oh, that's a mess. Okay, we'll go on the other side. Hold on, after this one. Oh, wow, I just realized there's an orange in here, too. Martian Salt. Really, Carrie? On the crease of your elephant wrists? Okay, let's try it down here. X-Files. That's a cool color too, because it's probably could play a good supporting role in a bunch of different looks. Abduction, the one I've been waiting for. Running out of arm. Okay, we'll do this. Clean this off down here, because I have 2 of those X-Files that I don't need. Okay. I needed something good to happen, because I had to tell you, I've been so sick of getting sick. So sick of getting sick. And I've really enjoyed watching everybody's vlogs and getting DMs from people. People who DM me, you're so sweet. You're not bothering me at all. Don't ever feel that way. I'm happy to hear from everybody. Everything you tell me about yourself, baby announcements, good news, bad news, I enjoy it all. It's part of your story, and to me it's very special that we're alive at the same time. Okay, moving on to Abduction. That color's so gorgeous, I'm going to take it and run away with it. It's a good thing they did. It's a perfect name. Abduction. Okay, ready? Oh, look, there it is on my finger. It's everything I dreamed it would be. Okay. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I love it. And the next color is Interstellar. Interstellar, which I think looks like a kind of a light bronze. It's just so gorgeous. There are shimmers. If I had to point out the shimmers, sometimes you don't recognize them all, like Probe, Space Cowboy, Moonrock, UFO, Interstellar, and Pluto. Those have shimmers in them. Some of them don't look like it at first but they do. And so it's kind of fun to play with those. And I have found, like in the blood sugar palette, sometimes a color emerges that you don't know is going to be so good on the eyelid. And one would be Sweetener. That one comes to mind. Any look I'm making, sometimes I'll be playing with other palettes like Modern Renaissance, and then I'm like, it needs something more pigment. And I always go back to the Jeffree Star palettes because they have more pigment. And you put Sweetener over anything and it just kind of makes it pop. So here we have Interstellar. Putting it between those two. You can see it looks kind of silvery. I'm going to do so many different looks with this. And if anybody has favorite colors that they want to see mixed, I'm happy to take suggestions. And we have 3 more. We've actually gone through so many of these. Got to clean off the bottom part of the arm so we can use those colors again. Sorry, I was hoping to keep them all on there, but my parents were small, and so I don't have long lower limbs. Let's see. Actually, not that tiny. Bone-wise, skeleton-wise, 5'7". But if I am my proper weight, I'm small. You can see my wrists aren't really big, even though I'm fat. Okay, we did Interstellar. Now we're on Alien, which is very sparkly, St. Patrick-y. He was very brave with a lot of the. Oh my gosh, I missed a whole row. The whole rest of the row. UFO, Gravitia, Martian Soul. Oh yeah, we need more room on the hand. Anyway, we'll go to Alien, which is next to Interstellar. Nope, that's not the way that's supposed to go. Put it on my hand. I can make more room. Oh, you can really see that. That's a really good highlight of that color. Turn that one on. Very nice. So down at the bottom of my arm again. Armageddon. Really, the stuff that I think randomly I probably should edit out, but my son tells me to leave it in, so I will. Okay, Martian Soil. I thought it was Martian Soul, but Martian Soil makes sense. That looks like the other planet. And if you've seen my video suggesting that Jeffree Star is an alien, this kind of underscores that point. How does he know what color Martian Soil is? Unless he's seen it. This looks right to me. Martian Soil. The Butcher. Martian Soil. Okay, that's for my Jewish friends. That's gorgeous. It's an orangey color. And then we have this one. Another one that's as beautiful as the Dusty Rose. It's like a dusty peach. I like that even though he's not afraid of color, he's pleasing everyone with this palette because we're having colors here. Oh, it feels so silky smooth. It's Gravity, not Gravitea, not Gravitas. You can tell I'm doing this off the cuff because I'm leaving all the foibles in. It's very hard to walk and chew gum when you're doing these things. That color is beautiful, and it is next to Martian Soil in the palette. I really like that. Let me get up close with that so you can see it's a dusty peach. I don't know that that light does it justice. But here comes UFO, which is definitely chartreuse gold. That's what it looks like to me. Oh, right there on my driving finger. And put it right here next to that last one. Whoa. Oh, that's an exciting color too. I don't even care if I look like a disco dipshit when I wear that. Oh. Let's go with. Okay, next, the only 2 left are Titan and Pluto. And as you can see, Titan is a very pale, almost like an antique color. Oops, down here. No, let's do that on my hand. Very pretty, very pretty. And then Pluto, which is like a white shimmery color, not unlike the white in the Blood Sugar palette. Just maybe a little more shimmer to it, and it's really one of those must-have colors. You could probably use a lot of these, like Interstellar, I can tell is going to be a favorite. And you can use this, again, with other palettes. You can mix them with any and all of his palettes, and the looks are endless. You'll be doing this long after Christmas. So now, let me try and come up with something on my face. So first things first, I'm going to start with a base eyeliner. You can use the eyeliner of your choice. This is one that I don't like very much, Dew Color, that I got on Amazon that Doesn't blend well, and it's pretty dry, but any port in a storm, I need to pick up another one. Then I'm going to just blend it in using an edge brush that I like that is even good at blending out stubborn cement-like eyeliner like this. And this again is just a base because I'm going to be putting on false eyelashes, and I want to blend out the smokiness of the colors I'm going to use in the palette, at least the ones I'm starting with. I'm just going to see where the colors take me. My alien palette. It is magnetized shut, but it is so easy to open. I was just being a little spasticated here. Just now I got the hang of it. So I start out with the black hole that I'm going to blend onto the, eventually blend into the bottom eyelid. And that's going to be the base for the smokiness. I'm going to help out that liner a little bit, and I like to build from there with the lashes on. It's nice to have this on first so that you can get that blended look a little more easily, and I actually will build up on it, and I'll go over it again later. I do a combination of brush and finger when I'm having a little difficulty, as I am today. It's been a while. I'm a little rusty. And I'm using mostly BS Mall brushes, but you can use your favorites. Anything will do. I'm taking my one of the other brushes that I have, a generic brush that I got in a gift set on Amazon, and I take the one. This one's kind of angled, but I'm using that just to fill in and play with the color Tall Gray as a base. And I'm not even sure I'm going to go with that. I just was curious to see that on there. Went with another smoky color to start. And I think I do move away from this one, but I blend it in pretty well. Luckily, with Jeffree Star's Cosmetics, you can always put stuff on top. There's my favorite crease brush that I like. Crease brush. And I'm going to use the color that becomes dominant in this look, which is Probe. I think Probe over Moonrock. And I really like the way it comes on. When I first started putting this on, it was too much, not blended, and I thought, where am I going to go with this? And I really started making a mess at first, but that's part of playing with the palette and the colors. I noticed after I worked on this eye, I was able to duplicate the colors that I had decided on and that I wanted in a fraction of the time it took me to do this first eye. But I'm just sort of seeing where it looks on my eye, where I want the lighter color under my brow to blend into, and what I want it to blend into, which does wind up being Gravity, but I'm also putting on in the corners some Space Cowboy, and that's a really good dark color. Right now, it looks like a mess, but as you can see, I'm not worried at all. There's nothing we can do that we can't undo. Every problem has a solution. What a hot mess that looks like. I can't believe I came out with such a good look afterwards. And because I just started piling it on, I got some fallout that I had to go and touch up with. And I noticed the rest of the time I didn't get that fallout because I was careful how I placed instead of just going all wilsy-nilsy. That's me playing with the color, I think, Tall Gray. Yeah, I went back and wanted to mute it down a little bit. And now that's me just going, nope, erase, back to the drawing board. And it's amazing how forgiving this stuff is, because normally if you decide to stop a look in the middle and change it, you have to redo everything because you're going to bleed out into your other makeup and it's not going to look seamless. It's going to look blotchy. That did not happen. I think after this, when I do another look, which I'm going to do tomorrow, I'm going to set up my Canon D camera and you'll be able to pick up the colors a lot better. I even put a picture up on Twitter as a teaser to this vlog, and I noticed that the colors, although pleasant, were not nearly as vibrant. Like you can see in person that the Moonrock color shimmers gold and the Probe color shimmers like a greenish kind of color, and the Interstellar as well. That everything, I went with a lot of shimmers on this one because I wanted to do a little bit more of a younger look than I would ordinarily do. And right now that's my must-have, and that's a white cream that I put under my brow that is not part of the Jeffree Star collection. Although I do that is me applying Interstellar. Pluto is even lighter, but that's the color Interstellar. But I will be going back under my brow with a whiter color later. And let's see, this is, yeah, that's where I had the fallout that I had to fix. I was like, oops, calm down with the colors. I was just glopping it on in a rush to see what everything would look like. You'll be amazed how well I'm going to clean this up. Fast forward. And it's like it never happened. Erase, erase. That is not a testament to the quality of the eyeshadow. That's because I was just packing it on top of each other without slowing down. My next eye, when I do that one, I have no fallout whatsoever. So now I'm going around my eye again, and I'm letting the redo on my eyes bake a little bit. I can see I have some of the color up above that blends lighter. The way I said probe went on, how it gets like a hue around it. I think I'm going to blend out that color as well. But I'm happy with the way the bottom of my lid is turning out at this point. So while I wait for inspiration to strike again, I'm redoing and touching up the base of my eye that I'm going to build out the smokier look with. And that is the color Black Hole, which I think is, you know, just like the lighter colors, it's the must-have color. It would be kind of cool if they did like refills of just one color for you, like you run out of like sweetener in your blood sugar palette, you can just order that. Not going to happen. Okay, so now I am definitely going all in on Moon Rock, which is a lighter green color. Probe, let me double check. Yeah, that's Moon Rock, and it is a lighter shimmer, like a greenish shimmer, goldish greenish shimmering color that I like very much. Let me just double check and make sure that is, yes, Moon Rock and not Probe. I've got Probe in the corner of my eye and then Moon Rock a little bit further out. This is probably the most colors I've used in one palette. I usually just do the standard 4 with white. You know, 3 or 4 colors is good enough for this OAB, but I wanted to get funkier and see what I could do with this. And obviously I have some shiny color on the top that I'm going to blend in more. Tomorrow I'm going to get closer and use the better camera and better lighting. Probably doesn't do me any favors, but you'll get to see the colors in a better light. And now I'm just blending that out, blending it together, blending it out. And at this point, I was kind of like getting frustrated because I was just having a bad makeup day. And I thought, what look am I gonna complete here? And I'm gonna like. So I play a little bit more with the green one. This might be ASMR at this point. You're just going to put on a little shimmer, and I actually applied that with my finger. That is the color Pluto that I put over the top of that lid, and now I'm blending that in a bit. I'm not going to go all the way over the lid with the light color. Obviously, that's an option. Oh, sorry, that's Interstellar. I am going to use Pluto in the very inner corner of my eye. This is where I'm undoing, because I'm like, no, it's not coming out the way I want. And eventually I get these colors on my left eye to where I want them to be, at least as a base that I'm going to build up off of. I've got Space Cowboy in the very far corner, and then I work my way over with Probe, and then Moon Rock above the crease, melting into the middle of the lower lid, and on the inner part of my eye, I have a little Interstellar, and then in the very corner, Pluto. And that is all brushed out with Gravity towards the top of the brow and my own white cream that I mix with it. So let me see, I think I've moved on to the other eye. And it comes together much faster. Once I see the colors the way that I want them, I can duplicate this look much better. And once you get those colors, might as well touch up those fallout areas, mostly on the right cheeks, but I'm doing a touch up on both cheeks. Actually, it's mostly on the left. And I'm touching them both up. No need to embarrass everybody. because I'm about to put on the lashes. So last looks, everybody, last looks. So once I got my lashes on, I decided to reach for my Gerard Cosmetics because I took off my lipstick before I did my eyes so that the color wouldn't influence anything and I could just match the lipstick to what I wanted it to be after I did the eyes. And this is a beautiful color called Everything Nice. When you spend a lot of time on your eyes, you want your lipstick to just cooperate and go on very quickly so you could get on with it. And I really love this color. I love Gerard Cosmetics. And she's friends with Jeffree Star, so I have friendship on my face. Was that me talking to myself? Just ignore that. So now, rather than my finger, I'm going to use the edge of an applicator. It's just the right kind of roughness to smudge in and buff out that line to make the lashes and the eyeliner look seamless with that black hole color. So I blended in the lashes with mascara. Give us a close-up here. And then I went back in and with my fingers smudged a little more. Oh, after my eyes baked a little, I did go back in and put on some of the colors that I wanted to blend in there a little bit more. You can see them, although they are certainly more vibrant in person, you can see that there is a green and a gold shimmer to this, as well as the smoky colors, and I really enjoyed it. I really am just getting started playing with this palette, and let me know if you'd like to see more looks done this style. I don't know why I look so forlorn. We'll call it resting beauty face. Thanks for watching.